So now, let me give you 6 building blocks for resiliency, okay? Commitment. Focus on finishing what you start no matter what. Refuse to give up, refuse to give in, okay? Exhaust all your resources. We have infinitely more resources than we could ever imagine. I just got done reading a book that talked about the people that we know that we didn't think we knew. And it's really all about tapping into those people. See, I have a really hard time. My wife is sitting back there, and she tells me all the time, you know so many people. There shouldn't be anything that you shouldn't be able to get accomplished if you really want to get it accomplished. My problem is I have a problem asking. Yeah, you too, huh? Yeah. So I do broadcasting in Philadelphia for the Eagles game. I just got the okay to do my own show, but I got to go and sell it. So guess what I'm doing? I'm asking a whole lot of people to partner and sponsor my show. So I got to get out of my comfort zone. I digress. Let me go back to commitment, okay? Because at the end of the day, you don't need everybody to tell you yes. You don't need everybody to agree with you. All you need is one person to make it happen. If you got a business endeavor, you can ask 20 people to say no. All you need is one to get done what you want to get done, okay? And then lastly, as far as commitment is concerned, commit to doing 10 times the amount of work that's required or asked of you, okay? Resiliency always pays off under those auspices. Bear with me one sec. 2, 3, 4. So, second one, let's talk about discipline. So an old trainer of mine told me one time, he said, let me give you the definition of discipline. And he said, don't ever forget it, and I never have. He said, discipline is doing what you're supposed to do, when you're supposed to do it, whether you like it or not, whether you feel like it or not, every day. That's how you become resilient, okay? Doing what needs to be done. Creating a system of work and sticking to it. So every day you gotta have a regimen. Every day you gotta have some kind of system that allows you to get your work done so everything is not scattered. Gotta have it. And then I always tell my son, it's funny, I said, son, do things the right way. Just do it the right way. And I said, you know, there's 2 ways of doing things. There's the right way, and again. You guys like that, huh? Yeah, because you know, if you don't do it the right way, no matter what it is that you're doing, if you don't do it the right way, you're going to have to do it again. No matter what the circumstances are. I learned that growing up as a kid because, you know, my mom was like tough on us. And we had to clean up and whatnot. And if we didn't do it right, she'd throw all the dishes back in the sink and make you wash them again. So visualization is the next one, okay? You got to be able to, in your mind's eye, see the end from the beginning. Got to be able to see it. Again, this dealing with the realm of the unseen, because I think it's important. And let me give you a little example of that. I didn't figure this out until like late in my career. But what I would do on Saturday night before every game is I would lay in the bed after my roommate would go to sleep. It's quiet. And I would close my eyes. And I would visualize the game the next day. Trying to figure out, okay, are we at home? I hear the home crowd. If we're on the road, I hear the opposition of the opposing team. I smell the grass. I can smell it. I can feel the energy. I can either feel the heat or I can feel the cold. And then the more relaxed I get, then I start visualizing myself making plays. I'm making a tackle. I'm getting an interception. I'm getting a sack. I'm recovering a fumble. Why is that important? Because have you ever seen a guy go to make an interception, the ball hits him in the hands, and he's standing there looking at his hands like, his hands failed him? You want to know why? Because he's never painted the picture in his mind of what's to come. If you want success, you got to be able to see it. A lot of times, your ability to see it or believe it before you even get it is more crucial than anything that you do, because it helps you do everything else that's necessary to accomplishing what you want to accomplish. The next one, self-belief, faith. I'm a man of faith. I just believe that there's enough negativity in this world and enough people that will tell you what you can't do that you got to tell yourself what you can do. Self-belief is one of the most important things. When I talk about athletics, when you get to the NFL level, there is 1,696 players if you count up the 53-man roster. That's not including the practice squad, okay? When you get to that level, almost everybody on the roster can play. There's still, some variances. Some guys are better than other guys. But when you make a roster, you're one of the best of the best. You want to know what separates good players and average players from great players? Confidence. Confidence. I learned that a long time ago. And what I also learned is that deep down inside, you don't have to be a jerk. You don't have to be a jerk you don't have to be conceited. But in order for you to be great at something, like deep down inside where you keep it in here and only you know it, you got to think that you the bomb.com. You got to think you the best thing since sliced bread. Because if you don't, somebody else does. And they're coming for you. Life is about competition. Okay? You can be realistic. There are players I played against that I knew were bigger, stronger, faster than I was, and I was a trash talker because I was all about the mental game. If I can get you thinking about something you ain't supposed to be thinking about, I got an advantage. But I also knew that when I played against guys that were bigger, stronger, faster than I was, it's incumbent upon me to keep my damn mouth shut. I didn't want to throw gas on the fire. So the next one is learning from your setbacks. I kind of talked about it earlier, how we always think, we kind of always flash back to, the bad things that happen, and we never take advantage of, we don't never learn and draw from, the good things that happen. Setbacks and failures aren't a death sentence. I think, we finally in an age where we can look at failure and understand that there's something to be learned from it. So we got to learn from it. Sometimes you need to take 2 steps backwards to go forwards. And the universe sometimes is testing you. It's testing your commitment. The universe is testing, do you really want what you say you want? The universe is saying, I got everything that you want. Prove to me that you want it. So I'm going to throw a mountain in your path. Most people throw up their hands, oh, it's a mountain, nothing I can do. No. I'm going through it. I'm going over it. I'm going around it. And if I have to, I'll go under it. Because that's the only way. And listen, the universe is committed. If you give that kind of effort and you have that kind of resiliency and you have that kind of grit and determination. Oh, and there's another book, Ken, Grit by Angela Duckworth. Great book. If you show that, the universe has no other option but then to release its rewards and its resources to you. That's a fact. But so many people give up when success is right around the corner for them. Okay? The last one is affirmative self-talk. Okay? What are you saying to yourself? And this is important. Because in order for me to think that I'm the bomb.com, I got to be talking the right way to myself, correct? I can't be calling myself a dum-dum when I hit my 3-wood in the woods and think that I'm the bomb.com. Can't do it. Too many people, listen, when I went away to college, okay, before I made my decision to go to UTEP, my guidance counselor was my offensive line coach. I walked into his office, coach, want to go to college, so on and so forth. He pulls out my file. He was like, well, I don't think that you can handle the academics on a Division I level. So a side of me was like really pissed. And then years later, when I really thought about it, I'm like, Your work was the proof. What are you mad about? He wasn't telling you nothing but the truth. But him saying what he said lit a fire under me. I'm like, I'm going to show you and everybody else in this little hick-ass town what I'm going to become. It lit a fire under me, okay? So I continue to think and talk positively, for myself. Listen, you got to tell yourself, you're enough. When those voices crop up, I'm enough. I'm worthy. I'm smart enough. I possess inside of me, because your true power is inside of you, I possess inside of me everything that I need for success. And I got the wherewithal to go and seek the information that I don't have and be confident about it. Because there are a lot of great people. Hey, listen, I don't know everything about residential apartment real estate, but guess where I can go get the information? That guy sitting back there, he knows. And he'd love to give me all the information I need. That's the thing about people who are successful and people who have information. That's why this thing is such a success, because these people want to give you the knowledge that they had. And I applaud you guys for being here.